Let me guess, you have likely spent hours creating content for your practice. You post, you email, you show up consistently, and the content performs maybe well for a day or two, but then disappears into the algorithm abyss and never works for you again. I know it feels exhausting, and honestly, it can make you wonder why you even bother. But there is some good news here, and that is there is a type of content that quietly attracts clients to your world 24/7. And that means it's working for you even long after you create and post it. It sells for you whether or not you're posting on social media. And the best part, it works all year long for you. So today we are talking about evergreen content, why it matters, what it actually does for your practice, and very importantly, the types of content that give you the biggest return for your time investment. Before we dive in, if you're a practitioner or a coach who wants to grow your visibility, simplify your marketing, and build a more scalable practice without burning out, I invite you to hit that subscribe and also the hype button. I share weekly trainings here on my YouTube channel, all designed to help you to build a profitable business that you love in less time. Hi there, I'm Lesli Bitel, and I am an MBA business strategist and mentor for integrative and functional medicine practitioners as well as coaches. And in my work, I help practitioners build scalable offers and simple marketing systems that bring in clients and patients without that constant hustle. And one of the most effective systems that you can create is evergreen content. And the reason is because it lets your expertise keep working behind the scenes, bringing in new eyes, new leads, and new sales year round. So, what I want to do is to walk you through the key principles behind evergreen content and the formats that last the longest. First of all, it is important to note that evergreen content stays relevant all year. Unlike seasonal posts or holiday specific promos, evergreen content stays relevant, again, regardless of what's happening or the calendar. And that means your clients and your patients can search for the answers that they need every single day of the year. For example, how to improve gut health, how to reduce stress, how to balance your hormones, how to grow a wellness practice. So, what I want you to know, these are not like January questions or September questions. They are everyday questions. And when your content answers them clearly, it becomes a discoverable asset in your business. It's something that will attract people to your brand again and again over time. And here is the key: evergreen content compounds over time. So you might wonder, well, what exactly does that mean? Well, what it means is that you might have a single video, maybe a blog post that's working for you for years, pulling in traffic, building trust, and generating sales for you. And that happens long after the day you created it. Next, evergreen content reduces your content creation load. You put so much time into your content, honestly, it should keep working for you and paying you back over time. So, evergreen content means you're not constant feeling stuck on that never ending content creation hamster wheel. When you create it consistently, you start building a library of valuable assets that support your business again, even when you're not actively posting. To be clear, evergreen content does not replace timely or seasonal content, but it gives you an enormous amount of breathing room. So instead of scrambling for ideas every single week, you start layering in new content upon a strong foundation that's always generating interest and trust. It supports your sales, your launches, and your visibility, again, without burning you out. Evergreen content helps you make sales all year long. And this is really one of the reasons why I love evergreen content so very much for my practitioners. When your content is searchable, helpful, and well aligned with what it is you sell, people can discover you at any time. That means spring, summer, fall, winter, holidays, it doesn't matter. Evergreen content creates a consistent flow of new potential clients entering your world. And then, of course, your nurture systems, for example, your emails, downloads, offers, maybe your webinars, guide them into working with you. And this is how you start earning outside of launch cycles, outside of Instagram, and certainly outside of the abyss of that algorithm. If you want steady income, you need steady visibility. Evergreen content gives you both. So now let's talk about the types of content that truly last. Those include things like YouTube videos. So YouTube really is one of the strongest evergreen engines that you can create in your business. Your videos can show up in search results literally for years, and they position you as the expert. They build trust fast, and they tend to work beautifully with evergreen funnels. Number two are blog posts. So, a well written blog can bring thousands of readers in over time. And as a matter of fact, Google loves high quality, helpful content. And we know that your clients are searching for helpful information every single day. Blog posts also make content repurposing so much easier. Newsletters, social posts, captions, webinars, they're all pulled from one core asset. Next up are lead magnets and free guides. Now, I do want to note these are not just freebies per se, they are evergreen tools that bring in new leads every single day, especially when paired with the right content and SEO, search engine optimization. So think symptom checklists, mini training, nutrition guides, or even practice growth PDFs. You want to choose something that aligns directly with the offer you are ultimately selling. Number four are evergreen webinars and workshops. And I do want to point out that these do not have to be super long or fancy. A simple training that answers a big question for your audience can run year round and lead people straight into your email list and into your signature program. Next up are podcast episodes. So if you have a podcast or if you guest on podcasts, those interviews can drive traffic back to your offers for years to come. Audio content is highly searchable and has the added benefit of creating deeper connection with your audience. And one thing I want to be sure to mention is that when you're creating evergreen content, do be cognizant of choosing topics your ideal clients care about every day of the year. So you want to consider the problems and the challenges that they wake up with and experience on a daily basis. And you can start the process of creating evergreen content really by asking yourself three key questions. And those include one, what questions do I tend to answer over and over? Number two, what struggles or goals do my clients bring to every session? And then finally, what do new clients need to understand before working with me? These topics become the foundation of your evergreen library. And remember, they're not seasonal. So they're not tied to trends or seasons or anything like that. And they're not dependent on a launch date or any specific date for that matter. But the topics that you choose do solve core problems and speak to your ideal client's desired outcomes, goals, and their desired transformations. And that consistency is what makes your content work without an expiration date. And here is really what I think is the best part. You can start small and let your evergreen library grow over time. So, in other words, you really don't need 20 new videos or a bunch of new blog posts to start gaining momentum. Evergreen content is about really consistency and quality versus quantity. So I recommend that you start with one piece of new evergreen content per month, then repurpose it, share it, link it back to your offers. And in a year from now, you will have 12 evergreen assets, each one bringing in leads and sales without you having to reinvent your content every single week. So let's take a moment to recap the 5 reasons evergreen content is one of the highest value tools that you can create in your business. Number one, it works for you all year long. Number two, it reduces the pressure to constantly come up with new ideas and to post endlessly on social media. Three, it supports your sales and funnel systems very effectively, resulting in people finding you easier and ultimately growing your revenue and sales. Number four, it grows your visibility without relying on the often mysterious social media algorithm. And number five, and maybe even the best part, is it compounds over time. Even posts that are years old can be found by your ideal client. So here's your challenge. What I recommend is that you choose one evergreen topic this week. Record a video, maybe write a blog post, or create a simple guide that solves a year round problem for your particular target audience. And know that one piece of content could support your practice for years to come. If today's video helped you to rethink your content strategy, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so that you do not miss an episode of this brand new marketing and visibility series for practitioners and coaches. And if you are feeling ready to build an evergreen marketing system that consistently brings in clients, I invite you to join me inside the Income Accelerator Mastermind. Here you'll get coaching, templates, and a community that supports you as you scale your business. You can learn more and get yourself registered at leslibitel.com/income accelerator. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. And in the meantime, just remember your content should work as hard as you do.